Hello everyone, my name is Shreyan Laha, and actually I'm a bit late, 7 years too late you can say. This perfume Valentino Uomo Born in Roma, it was launched in 2019. So different perfumers have reviewed this to no end and they have listed it as one of their favorite underrated freshie. Now why would you watch this video if it seems like it's stuck in a time warp, isn't it? So the thing is, this is what I believe is the downside of the fragrance industry. Sure, you do get a new release, you do get a new flanker, and all of that helps us to look for new fragrances to review. But then there's another part to the story. It doesn't allow the perfume to travel the lengths and breadths of the world. Now, for example, there are many people like me who have been collecting fragrances since the 2020 during the coronavirus time. It was a time when most of us, gathered with our work from home activities, and we found an extra time to engage in some hobbies. And during that time, freshies like Creed Aventus, Dior Sauvage, and the popular ones, they were already old news. They were launched during the 2010s. On top of that, to add to the pain, we had to wait for a few more years, hope that our budget stagnated, and only then we could have our hands on the perfume. And by the time we did get our hands on those perfumes are considered old news. Now Dior Sauvage Elixir is coming out in the market. So anyway, before I review Valentino Uomo Made in Roma, let's talk a bit about its perfumers. It was co-created by Antoine Maison-Dieu and Guillaume Flavigny. Now, looking at their contribution to the fragrance world, it's safe to say that both of them have a PhD in making things which are out of the box and yet mass appealing in its nature. For example, Azaro Most Wanted, Bulgari Manwood, all of them were created by Maison-Dieu. And Flavigny is known for Paco Rabanne Invictus Victory. And I guess Mercedes Club Black as well. I'm not sure, but I think so. So you do get a gist of how this is going to turn out. Now, imagine someone who is well dressed at a party. That person isn't wearing something too formal. He's going about in his casual attire and quite nonchalant. And that is the entire vibe and personality this perfume exudes. And as soon as you spray, you get a smooth ozonic air, and then it would dry down to a woody aquatic accord with its aquatic and spicy notes still being persistent. And normally in most summer fragrances, you'd find that the aquatic notes have died down and then the woody fragrance appears in the base notes. Not this one. Here everything happens simultaneously. And like I said, it feels like a mix of woody aquatic perfume with a hint of spice. That's due to its heart notes, which consist of sage and ginger. There is also a layer of vetiver, vanilla, and woody notes at the base, which provides more character to the fragrance. So that's how it feels masculine despite all its sweetness. And the longevity is decent, and I would say 4 to 5 hours. Its sillage is pretty loud in its initial stage, but in the long run, it's somewhere between moderate to light, and yet strong enough to not choke people around and receive several compliments as well. And this is why I believe Valentino Uomo's Born in Roma is one of the best all-round fragrances. You can carry it on any occasion, dates, office, anywhere you wish. If you are someone over the age of 40, however, I wouldn't recommend this because obviously you want something more mature. And this is something for people in their teens, people in their who are new to the workplace, and it's a fragrance for the young boys. So all in all, if you want a frag which works in almost every occasion and garners some compliments, Valentino Mos Morning Roma is the one for you. See you in the next video, and thank you for your precious time.